Uh, all right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rekakwadash, Brakathum. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. O great millstone, the Ruel, and the salute and the Shalom to all the Akim that are out to labor pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. I was listening to the Elder Yashawamba's lesson yesterday at work, and I'm gonna this guy in the video that the elder is about to play, that he's playing. The guy in the video don't know the Most High, man. He don't know Yahweh nor Yahawashi. All right. Let's see. Let's get it. I'm not sure of the title yet, but let's get it.
Deter the occupation from ever again attacking Iranian sovereignty or assassinating its leaders. This isn't about retaliation anymore. It's about changing the strategic calculus.
You could watch the rest of this brother's video. Look like there's some issues going on, but this was one more. Let's see. I think I got everything. Oh man, yeah. This.
Hold on. Let's see.
Pride have deceived thee. See, Esau's pride is going to lead. It's not going to end well. And these are just the beginning stages, all right, of this alliance that he's had that's got him this far breaking up. Okay, and all his allies are going to go to war with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but it's going to take some time. But this is where it's heading towards. All right, but I believe this is the video. Let's see what this is.
I had starting to catch hell, man. Okay, and I woke up that boy. All right, that wild boy. Okay, I ran, and now they starting to catch hell.
This is a special report. The situation in occupied Palestine has reached a fever pitch, and what we are witnessing on the streets of Tel Aviv is nothing short of a complete societal collapse masked as a protest. All hell breaks loose is not just a turn of phrase this today. It is the literal reality as anti-war Israeli protesters, in numbers we haven't seen in decades, are clashing with police and gradually taking over major thoroughfares in Tel Aviv.
The protesters have taken to the streets of Tel Aviv.
Through.
But here is the kicker that exposes the raw, ugly hypocrisy of the settler colonial project. These protests are happening despite, or perhaps because of, the relentless and precise Iranian missile strikes that are sending the regime's war cabinet running for bunkers. We are now deep into what Iran's Revolutionary Guard has designated the 54th wave of Operation True Promise 4, and the battlefield geometry has shifted from the borderlands to the very heart of Israel's civilian infrastructure. While the Western media wants you to focus on the unrest, let's be very clear about what triggered this mass upheaval. Early this morning, Iran's military launched a coordinated and devastating strike using a combination of hypersonic Fatah missiles and destructive drones, targeting two specific and highly sensitive entities deep inside the occupied territories. The headquarters of the Lahav 433 Special Police Unit, often described as the Israeli FBI, and the Gilat Defense Satellite Communications Center. This wasn't random rocketry. This was a surgical decapitation of Israel's command and control architecture. Following up on earlier waves that destroyed infrastructure of the Northern Command and U.S. force assembly points, Iran has now made it clear that no Shin Bet office and no police station is safe. The sirens aren't just blaring every hour anymore. In some areas of Tel Aviv and Holon, the alerts are virtually continuous, making life utterly unbearable.
There's a contract most retail traders have never heard of. It's called XSP.
Of incoming missiles, incoming waves of strikes. You're hearing this all day. It wouldn't, okay? Because it's day 16 of the war, and Iran is on its 55th wave. Okay? So it's a psychological game to these people as well, man. It's becoming a hell. It's becoming a living hell. Okay?
Cursed.
This is their life now. You see? You don't just get to kill who you want to do. See, now accountability is being held. Okay? All this doing what you want, killing who you want, bombing, and just, you bomb the shit out of everybody else, make their life miserable, but then you come home and kick it. Nah, man. Okay? Them days.
Let's get the book of Isaiah 14. And 6, you struck people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny. See, and then when you fall, the earth is going to be at rest. None of this is going to happen in our kingdom. Yeah, it's going to be judgment brought forth, and the heathen will be subdued. But, when it's all said and done, come on, man. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And yeah, you heathen are going to be judged, especially you Edomites. But the world ain't going to be in this state. This man has taken peace from the earth.
It's over with, man. And it only gets worse. Okay? Because when Yahawashi comes, hey, this is just the appetizer, man. All right? And it's going to build up to that entree, Yahawashi.
That's it.
Okay?
Actually continuous, making life utterly unbearable. Shelters that were supposed to be safe are either non-existent or locked, and the quality of life has deteriorated to a point where settlers are realizing that their government's adventurism, the cheering for the assassination of a foreign religious leader in Tehran, has brought the war to their breakfast tables. If you are just joining us and believe in honest, uncensored journalism that tells you the truth about this resistance, please hit that like button, courtesy of these protesters. As the Iranian strikes intensified, specifically targeting the moral sense of the word, these holes in their sense of security, they are suddenly desperate for a ceasefire. Watch some of the scenes from Tel Aviv.
Hello, I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy.
True promise anymore. It's about changing.
Let's see. I think I got everything. Oh man, yeah. This NYC mayor. He's a Muslim sitting here with a tranny.
Hold on. Trying to figure out where the guy said it in the video. Can't remember where the guy said it in the video. Okay. It should be coming up. It should be coming
We'll
up.
go in, Lord willing, as things unfold. Where is that video? Boom.
Hi, Majesties, Kings and Queens. Welcome back to the channel.
I think this is the time stamp around this time. Let's see.
So we're back.
Now listen to the title of this video. This is a Jake in the land of Ham, but as you see, it's not Jews, it's Edomites posing as Jews. White people just came to accept Putin exposure. Okay? Let's ask what this video is about. I haven't watched it yet, but I just saved it at the last minute. Identity hacking. Let's see what she says.
And this time around, it's from them. When I say them, I hope you understand. I just feel like, let me just shift this energy right now from us saying, and then hear them saying what we have been saying for the past few years, okay? And if you have been here with me, this is something that I've been saying this as long as this channel has been existing. And the singular truth is what is still circulating. And I want to bring it to you right now, this time around, with a shift, and it is from their own end of this particular truth that Abigail have been preaching to you here for the past few years now. Okay? Trust you and yours are well, my majesties, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to me.
Let's go here.
All right, let's listen to this, and then we will continue.
So it's not the Jews, it's the Edomites posing as Jews. Edomites are the Canaanites, and if you know the Bible,
The Edomites are not the Canaanites, man. Why the fuck you lying, man? Why you lying? How can you be an Edomite and a Canaanite? You can't have two identities, man. What is you talking about?
Mice are not Canaanites. See, this is why everybody just needs to shut up, man. Edomites are not the Canaanites, man.
Right.
Two separate nations. Come on, man. Canaanites are of Ham. Esau, Edom, all right, is of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, not Jacob. And the Lord said that he would make them two nations, man.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, boy.
All right, let's listen to this, and then we will continue.
So it's not the Jews, it's the Edomites posing as Jews. Edomites are the Canaanites, and if you know the Bible, you
I've been saying this, it's really not the Jews, it's the Satanists that have hijacked every religion.
know the story of Jacob and Esau. Esau was cursed. He went and married two Canaanite women, and their tribes became the Edomites. The
No. Well, yeah, the offspring of that union became Edomites. Edomites are not Canaanites, man.
Edomites were eventually absorbed into Israel and were converted into Jews. They kept their dastardly.
And how did they get absorbed into Israel? Well, what happened was the Khazarian Mafia, which was located north of Israel in that region,
Yep.
all of the neighboring countries got so sick of their disgusting, evil practices that the rulers of the surrounding countries forced them to pick a religion. It forced the leader of the Khazarians to pick a religion to follow, so that way there could be an attempt at peace in that region, and that neighboring countries' traders wouldn't have to deal with passing through Khazaria, where a lot of them actually went missing. So their solution was to force them into a monotheistic religion, and the Khazarians chose Judaism, the Khazarians being Satanists.
Ways, and they are the synagogue of Satan that Jesus was rebuking because they were living amongst the Israelites at the time. And from
No. No. That was talking about Israelites, the Jews who were, leaders at that time over the synagogues. But for the sake of, the truth, it can be twofold. But let us break down the scriptures. Now, that history about the Khazars is right.
Mm-hmm.
You got this group of people who just disappeared. No, they're still here. When you look into history, the Khazars, they're there, then they just disappeared. No, the small hats, all right, are Khazars. Okay, that's them.
what I read, King Herod was actually part Edomite. But long story short, they killed
King Herod was an Edomite. No
Right.
such thing as part. He was an Edomite. His father was Antipater the Idumean. But I'm gonna just let him talk. It's just hard listening to people represent the truth. It's hard to just keep going.
Satanists.
ways, and they are the synagogue of Satan that Jesus was rebuking because they were living amongst the Israelites at the time. And from what I read, King Herod was actually part Edomite. But long story short, they killed Jesus. They killed the real Messiah. Their whole thing was about stealing back the blessing that Esau stole from Jacob. So they killed Christ and have been working with Satan to destroy the world. But in the Bible, it's written that the righteous tribes will rise and that God will destroy each and every one of them, and that the Edomites will go to live in the Holy Land, the fake Jews, the ones who worship the Star of Rapham, the six-pointed star that they have on their flag and have legitimized to all of us via their psyops. The six-pointed star Jews, those are the Edomites posing as Jews. They're really just continuing the Canaanite practice of child sacrifice, satanic Baal worship, Moloch worship, all that nasty such Saturn worship, child eating, child blood drinking, child sacrifice, etc. And they're posing as Jews. And they are the ones that Jesus Christ called the synagogue of Satan. And so it's not the Jews. It's the Edomites posing as Jews. The Khazars, the Ashkenazis, the Canaanites, basically.
They're not Canaanites, man.
Right, yeah.
The hell is that coming from? How can you be a Edomite and a Canaanite?
Migrated to Ukraine. But the good thing is, according to the Bible, we don't
Yep, Ukraine. That's a lot of small hats over in Ukraine. Why you think they're getting so much help from the United States?
need to do anything. God is going to smite each and every one of them. And he said he was going to do it when they return to Jerusalem, which they all are. And they're going to try to bring about a fake Messiah, but God's going to destroy each and every one of them. He said he's going to destroy the entire bloodline.
Well, this is pretty dark, but it's the truth. These people have hijacked every major religion. It's not just Judaism, but I feel bad for the common Jew, the one that really knows nothing about this and is going about practicing their religion, but has been brainwashed by these Khazars, these synagogue of Satan, these false Jewish worshipers. They've brainwashed these Jews to take the blame for everything they're doing. And unfortunately, this brainwashing has really tainted the minds of a lot of Jews, a lot of people in Israel, and now they're paying the price because they made it seem like it was okay to go and take Palestine. They made it seem like it was okay to take over the entire Middle East for the Greater Israel Project because they're just God's people and it was promised to them 3,000 years ago. Well, the reality is God is a loving God. He would never kill children in his
Okay, he said God is a loving God. He will never, what?
For the Greater Israel Project because they're just God's people and it was promised to them 3,000 years ago. Well, the reality is God is a loving God. He would never kill children in his...
He will never kill. Oh, so God is a loving God. He will never kill children. That's what you said? Let's get it. Let's get it. Because who slew the firstborn of Egypt, man? Let's get it. What's that? Exodus 29. No, Exodus 12 and 29. Exodus chapter 12, verse 29. All right. All right. It says what? All right. This is Exodus 12 and 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. Both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahweh. Right? It says in the NLT, on that night I will pass through the land of Egypt and strike down every firstborn son and every firstborn male animal in the land of Egypt. I will execute judgment against all the gods of Egypt. I am Yahweh. See? Hold on real quick. All right, man. So it says here, man, on that night I will pass through the land of Egypt and strike down every firstborn son and every firstborn male animal in the land of Egypt. I will execute judgment against all the gods of Egypt. I am Yahweh. See? So what is he talking about? Because the God of the Bible, right? The power of the Bible, the God of the Bible, Yahawashi Shai, slays children, man. It says here. Here it is. And it says, and it came to pass that at midnight Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt and the firstborn of Pharaoh, that he set on his throne unto the firstborn captive that was in the dungeon, all the firstborn of cattle. See? So Pharaoh's firstborn son, he was slew. He was slayed in the land of Egypt, man. All right, now let's get this. Is it? Let's see. Here it is. All right. This is 1 Samuel 15 and 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, Yahweh sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not. Slay, it says, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox, sheep, camel, and ass. It says, now, in the NLT, it says, now go and completely destroy the entire Amalek nation, the entire Amalekite nation. men, women, children, babies, cattle, sheep, goats, camels, and donkeys. Simple, man. So this guy, I don't know his name is Brandon. Brandon don't know what he's talking about, man. Let's get one more scripture. This is Ezekiel 9. Ezekiel 9 and 1, it says, he cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, every man with a slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them with a linen cloth, clothed with linen, with the writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar, the bronze altar. It says, and the glory of Yahweh, power of Israel, was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. See, man? So the ones that received the Thawah, right? The exemption from judgment were the ones that were sighing and crying, aka the elect of the nation of Israel. It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the midst, says through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And began at my sanctuary, they began at the ancient men that were before the house. So it says what, man? Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. Hold on. First Samuel 2 and 6. It say, Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. See? So basically, man, a real quick lesson, man. The guy in the video, Brandon, he don't know what he's talking about, man. Yahweh kills and makes alive, man. He's, all right, man, who do you think slew the firstborn of Egypt? Right? The firstborn in Egypt. Yahawashi did. See? All right, so with that, I say shalom.